Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Michael Maney begins now.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. We saw one of the all-time great finishes to the Sydney Hobart this morning when Law Connect came from behind in the final few minutes to beat rival Supermaxi Andu Comanche by less than a minute. Well, Tasmanians are basking in the spotlight in the wake of the Sydney Hobart. Locals packing every inch of the waterfront to witness the epic finale before the tired yachties let their hair down.
A warm welcome to Hobart, washed down with a cold cascade. Tasmania today, the epicentre of the world's yacht racing scene. And Premier Jeremy Rockcliffe couldn't be happier.
I'm not sure it could be better than this. Look, I couldn't be more proud of Tasmania. We've turned it on. We've got beautiful weather, Kanani, the beautiful calm waters of the Derwent, which provided for one of the most incredible feats of endurance and skills and tactics I think I have ever witnessed in my life.
The perfect day tainted only slightly by one sneaky skipper, taking his vessel into the exclusion zone. The 57-year-old now being looked at by police. But there was no dampening the mood for the man of the hour, Law Connect's Christian Beck. Kicking back at Customs Hotel, sans a few mates.
It's a shame we don't have wild oats here this year because they're normally good to treat with and stuff, but yeah,
The traditional kick-ons here at Customs House have been made all the sweeter for Christian's crew. Tonight, raising their glasses in a toast to Tasmania. For our backyard is where you'd rather be. Front row seats without the fuss.
I could see it from my balcony as they were crossing each other. Law Connect was passing, so I realised I had to zoom down here.
The younger generation also keen on the action as the giants of the sea glided down the Derwent.
It was really intense. It was really cool because like Law Connect and Andu, they were like so close and they kept overtaking each other.
Just came to see the boat, really, just a winning boat.
It was great. They looked like they were going slow, but when I thought they were actually going slow and fast at the same time.
A few new fans of the land down under, down under.
What do you think of Hobart?
I love it.
Madeline Kerr, 7 Tasmania News.
Fresh fears have been unlocked over the future of the state's energy supply as Hydro Tasmania throws future projects into doubt. It's a dire warning for the business sector as it faces a cloud of uncertainty, lacking the confidence to forge ahead.
Dropping a power bombshell. Hydro Tasmania close to burnout. The CEO admitting it lacks the energy to take on new projects.
Oh, look, it's not surprising. You know, we called out the energy crisis in Tasmania some months ago and it just isn't enough power when we're at our maximum usage.
Confirming a dire outlook many had been fearing. Ian Brooksbank telling the Australian newspaper Tasmania doesn't have enough energy generation to expand industries and new generation is required.
They finally admitted what we've been saying for the past 2 years, and that is there isn't enough power to grow our economy.
It's another blow for big businesses on the verge of pulling the plug, with claimed projects seeking 50 megawatts or more will have to wait for new generation.
So what we need to do is to get more clean energy generation in Tasmania so that we can firstly have enough power for businesses but also push the prices down that we so desperately need across the state.
Sparking calls for the state government to do more to ensure projects, the economy and future generations aren't left in the dark.
We actually need to build infrastructure here for our own needs so we can pay Tasmanian prices for Tasmanian power.
The government is disputing the claim, saying Hydro boss Ian Brooksbank told Parliament just last month no businesses have been told they can't have power. Instead, insisting our current energy system is in balance and spruiking an ambitious plan to grow supply.
Tasmania needs more power. We need it now. It's ready. We just need to get those projects going.
Victoria Risto, 7 Tasmania News.
2 people have been killed in separate crashes between cars and motorbikes. A woman in her 40s died at the scene after a collision between her bike and a station wagon on the Bass Highway just after midday. While at Tirana, a motorcyclist has died and his female pillion suffered serious injuries after their bike collided head-on on the Arthur Highway this morning.
I implore people to slow down, drive safely, be aware of the conditions around you, drive to the conditions, because we just don't want to attend these sorts of incidents.
The deaths are the first of the festive period. Tasmania's road toll stands at 34. Robin Thompson is set to be the 9th Tasmanian racing director in just 7 years, after Ash Rushton withdrew from the role due to unforeseen circumstances. Labor says it's concerned about the impacts on the industry ahead of the summer racing season.
We need to have a strong racing industry here in the state that's able to administer itself, that's able to act with integrity, but we don't have that at the moment, and we really need to get that.
The government says Mr Thompson is highly experienced and has previously acted as the GM for the Office of Racing Integrity. Felix Ellis arguing all leaders should be understanding when people need to withdraw from roles. A man has been slapped with a string of charges following a dramatic arrest in the state's north yesterday. The 25-year-old was taken into custody following a targeted operation in Mowbray, which involved uniformed police and detectives from northern and western districts. The Launceston man has since been charged with 21 offences, including 15 breaches of bail. He was to front a Launceston magistrate today. 21-year-old Olivia Gardecki has secured the first wildcard ahead of this year's Hobart International Tennis Tournament. The current world number 94 made her debut at the very same event earlier this year, making it to the quarterfinals. It prompted the start of a strong 12 months.
She's had a really good year as well, making many finals, including the Burnie International that follows the Australian Opens.
Gardecki will go up against more than 30 of the world's best tennis players when the tournament starts on January 6. Let's go to Nick Kelly now at Blunston Arena, where the Hurricanes are warming up for tonight's match. And Nick, they are up against the Stars and they'll be gunning for a win tonight.
Well, it should be a cracking game here at Blunston tonight. The Stars got the monkey off their backs on Boxing Day, and both teams really do need a win tonight. I'm joined by Mitch Owen. Mitch, how good was the win on Saturday?
Yeah, really good. Nice to get the first one, and hopefully the ball can keep rolling.
What's the plan tonight?
Probably similar to the other night. Yeah, just try and, if we bat first, obviously get a good target. Looks like a nice wicket out there, and if we bowl first, tie them up early and take some early wickets.
Hoping to take advantage of the Blunston crowd here. It seems to do wonders for the team.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere here. The last game we had a good crowd in, and hopefully we can have that again tonight.
Awesome, thanks very much for your time. So the match is just a couple of minutes away from starting, so I'm going to hightail it back to the studio and hopefully make it back in time for the sport.
Taste of Summer organisers are celebrating record numbers for the festival's opening night. It's a similar trend across the state, with thousands of travellers set to spend the summer months exploring Tasmania.
Mushrooms galore as hundreds pack in to sample a Tassie favourite.
We did about 600 plates last night.
Opening night for the Taste of Summer saw 6,500 foodies through the gates. The festival breaking its own record for the highest number of people who entered within the first hour.
Plenty of stall holders reported that they did twice as much sales as they were expecting, and we're really looking forward to big numbers again today.
Organisers say about 60% of ticket holders weren't from Tasmania, a positive trend overall as tourism operators enter their busiest season, lasting until Easter.
Because we want to see our interstate visitation coming back, and it is coming back, and our international visitation is steadily coming back too. So we're hoping to see a little bit of that this summer into the winter.
Today, even the Premier took a break from the yachts to promote travel across our state.
And I would encourage every Tasmanian and our visitors, just don't concentrate on southern Tasmania. There's plenty to see right around our beautiful island.
Despite a turbulent year with staff shortages, the end of year rush means finding a pot of gold.
New Year's Eve daytime is really good for us here, and we do really well then.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
Taz Tassie Yacht Alive has provisionally claimed the Tattersall Cup, crossing the line 4th overall with a time of 2 days, 2 hours and 19 minutes. The coveted prize is awarded to the overall winner of the Blue Water Classic on adjusted time. This isn't the first handicap win for the local crew, taking the cup previously in 2018. In the Launceston to Hobart, Porco Rosso is rounding the Cape Pillar off the southeast coast, expected to claim line honours early tomorrow morning in its first offshore race. Last year's winner, Fork in the Road, trails by about 40 nautical miles in a fight for second place with Jazz Player just off Coles Bay. The reigning Tasmanian Stakes champion will return for another bite of the carrot tomorrow in Hobart. But this time he'll be up against Indispensable, who beat him by 2 lengths in the Conquering States a fortnight ago. Longford trainer John Blacker brought Indispensable down from Queensland for the Summer Carnival.
I looked at him, his record was pretty good up at Eagle Farm, Caloundra, and I think 3 starts ago in the Glasshouse and got beat 3 lengths and they ran good time, and that was a Group 3.
It's the second running this year of the $125,000 feature race following a reshuffle of the racing calendar. The starting gun for the men's and women's real race finals is just moments away at the Launceston Christmas Carnival. A strong field of local, national and international riders have spent the day tackling the velodrome on the 3rd meet of the Taz Carnival series. Competitors put through their paces in the elimination heats this afternoon, fighting for a spot in the final session this evening. Today's riders won't have long to recover though, with many hitting the road for the Devonport Carnival tomorrow. I feel like I've just run my own Taz Carnivals, Michael, clambering up the back steps after fighting the traffic from Blunston.
You've done well, Nick. Continue the good work. Thanks for that.
Good evening. Isolated showers developed about the state in the afternoon. In the 24 hours to 9 a.m, the highest reported rainfall was 42 millimetres at St Helens. Today, Hobart 21, 27 in Launceston, Devonport 24, Burnie 23. 24 for Friendly Beaches, St Helens and Grove 23, Flinders Island 22, Maria Island and Lyowini 21, King Island 20, 17 the top for both Luncheon Hill and Strawn. The satellite shows thickening low to mid-level cloud over the entirety of the state as embedded thunderstorms are seen over the central west. Thunderstorms are also seen along the Queensland coast, Adelaide and the top end. Mostly cloudy conditions exist over Tasmania. Tomorrow, a broad area of low pressure will move over central parts, with the trough extending into central Queensland as another approaches Perth. West to southwesterly winds 15 to 25 knots. Southwesterly swells building 3 to 4 metres about the south in the late evening. A strong wind warning has been issued tomorrow for coastal waters between Stanley to St Helens Point and also between Wineglass Bay to Sandy Cape. Cloudy in Hobart tomorrow, 19 also in Huonville, although they're expecting some showers. Campania, 20 degrees and cloudy. Partly cloudy in the north, Launceston 23, Devonport 21, Georgetown 22. Burnie, partly cloudy 18, showers increasing in Strawn 17, 20 and partly cloudy in Wynyard. Showers for St Helens and Port Arthur 21, partly cloudy in Swansea 22 is the maximum. Saturday, showers about western, central and far southern areas, mainly fine elsewhere. The forecast for New Year's Eve, fine apart from possible showers about the west in the afternoon. New Year's Day, we can expect fine conditions with light winds and an afternoon sea breeze about coastal areas. Looking further north now, some cloud cover for Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Canberra, Brisbane and Darwin. A shower or two in Sydney, 27, 43 and mostly sunny once again in Alice Springs. Currently in Hobart, it's partly cloudy 17, much the same in Launceston with 20, sunny in Devonport. Michael, I'm sure it's shaping up to be a very thirsty Thursday at Constitution Dock. Well deserved.
Yeah, I think it'll be more about swill than swell down there, Kai. Thanks for that. That is all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Good night.